I want to explain exactly how the rent-to-rent model works in about 5 minutes. So let's kick things off and keep things going nice and quickly. Essentially, rent-to-rent or lease-to-lease is a method in a property strategy that allows you to take what's called a head lease from a property, meaning you are the tenant to a property a landlord has listed. And what you do is you ask permission to change that property in a way that allows you to use it for a different purpose, which means you don't live there, you turn around and you rent the property you rented in a different way to make money. Now, what does that look like? That looks like finding a deal online, realestate.com domain, something that stacks, knowing your numbers, your feasibility, making sure that it's going to be profitable. You then pick up the phone and you dial landlords, you dial agents, and you pitch what you want to do. Hey, my name is Justin. I'm calling from Anchor Point Property Co. I was extremely interested in XYZ Bulletin Street because of the potential. Have you had much interest in this property? Yes, no, maybe. Now, Mr. Jones, what I'd love to do is I'd actually love to talk to you about the company that I own and operate. What we do here is we actually take on head leases and corporate leases from landlords, professionally manage these properties in exchange for the ability to sublet them and make any minor modifications and changes to allow us to increase the value of your property. Do you think the landlord would be open to this? Or Mr. Jones, do you think you'd be open to this? And once they say yes, no, maybe, do you have more information? You can then go deeper. Once they agree to this, which is incredibly likely because this is an untapped strategy here in Australia right now, we then make the changes we need to, if any, and then we turn around and rent it back out on the same market, either as a co-living property, dual key. We can look at short-term accommodation, Airbnb dual key, mini hotels, room by room. We can even look at co-hosting and things like this. But the key is that we are using an arbitrage model. Now, what does an arbitrage model mean? We are buying and selling something in the same market to make a profit. And so that is essentially a high-level overview of exactly what rent-to-rent is. It is not complicated, it is not new, it is not shiny, it is not a fad or a phase. It has been around for a long, long time. In multiple different countries it works. And will it ever go away? Absolutely not. Rules and regulations change, but as we adapt the business, that allows us to stay on top of the curve and remain profitable. So that in a video is exactly what rent-to-rent is. And in summary, you find a house that's for lease, you take the lease with the right permissions, you turn around and lease that property out in a different configuration, and you profit what you receive in rent versus what you pay in rent. And so hopefully that helps absolutely clarify what we are doing here and what the rent-to-rent model is. If you're interested in learning more about this model and the intricate details that you need to understand to make this profitable for yourself, feel free to click below, book a call with me and one of my team, or just join the free community and get access to free mini courses and resources so you can start educating yourself and figuring out if this is the right strategy for you to get started with today.